All right, hey everyone, welcome back again. We're gonna go over today's workout. We have three rounders with some varying movements. One new one we're gonna introduce is the reverse burpee. We have some ground to shoulder, ground to overhead, and plenty of push-ups. To start with our warm-up, we have 2 rounds, 40 high knees, 30 plank hip touches, 20 garbage dumpsters, and 10 odd object shoulder to overhead. I'm gonna make my way over to my object. I'm using a D-ball. If you don't have a D-ball, you can grab like a sack of soil or some type of like bag of some sort with weights in it. So for the high knees, I'm gonna have my hands about waist height. I'm gonna try to touch my knees to my hands. I have 40 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 40. After my high knees, I have 30 plank hip touches. So in a plank position on my elbows, I'm gonna try to touch my hip to the ground. Again, my plank. I'm gonna try to tap one hip and the other. The goal there is to stay as tight as you can while making kind of that half circle, touching each hip. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 30. Then we have our 20 garbage dumpsters. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna grab as low my ankle or my leg as I can. I'm gonna squat down, my hands inside my knees, and I'm gonna come back up without letting go of my legs. You should feel this through the hamstring, really, really deep in the glute. Lastly is my 10 odd object shoulder overhead. So I'm gonna grab my object of choice, hold it in the front rack, and I'm gonna press overhead. Now, if you have dumbbells or a kettlebell or something like an item, an equipment item, right? You can grab your object, bring it to the shoulder again in the front rack, elbows forward, pressing and lowering down. So that's our warm-up, our 2-round warm-up. Let's talk about the workout real quick. There's a couple of changes throughout your 3 rounds. On the first 3-rounder, we have 10 reverse burpees, 20 odd object ground to overhead, so ground to overhead, and 15 diamond push-ups. So let's talk about that first. The reverse burpee, you're gonna start with your feet about shoulder width. You're gonna go into a squat and roll back, kicking your feet up, and then rolling back up into that squat position. Now, you do it one more time, right? You're gonna sit down, laying back, jump and stand. If you wanna add a little extra, you can try to kick up into a handstand, back down into your roll. You continue on from there. Now, a modification for this, that's kind of mobility dependent, right? So what you can do instead is finding a raised surface, your sofa, some pillows laid out, right? You're gonna sit down in that piece, go up as high as you can, stand up. Just like that. That's your reverse burpee. Next is odd object, ground to overhead. So again, taking my object, ground, overhead. Touch the ground every time, back overhead. Now if you have equipment, right, nothing changes, ground to overhead. So with a kettlebell, ground to overhead. If you have double dumbbells, you can go double. Just make sure you keep that back nice and flat, right? We're not rounded, we're nice and flat. If you're using a barbell, try to use that snatch grip, nice and wide. That's your ground to overhead. And last is the diamond push-up. Making a diamond with the hands. You go from your toes, touching back up, or from your knees, touching back up. To make it a little less difficult, open those hands up a little bit. Try to make a field goal, a minimum of field goal. That's your first 3 rounds. You'll rest for a minute, and you'll go into your next set of 3. 10 reverse burpees again. This time it's ground to shoulder. So where I did ground to overhead, I'm now taking the ball to one shoulder and down. I'm using a kettlebell, bringing it alternating shoulder. if I have double dumbbells, I'm gonna tap the outside, bring it all the way up to the shoulder. And if I have a barbell, I'm gonna get that close grip, the clean grip, butt down, chest up, all the way up to the shoulder. And then we'll finish off your second three-rounder with regular push-ups. Hands shoulder width, chest to ground, press back up, or from your knees, chest to ground, press back up. Again, you'll rest for 1 more minute. Last rest right here. Then you have a three-rounder to finish off. 10 reverse burpees again. 20 odd object squats. So, going back to the odd object. Bring it up to the chest. Squat it out. Make sure that hip crease goes below knee. Stand back up. If you're holding a kettlebell, grab by the horns. Sit and stand. If you have your double dumbbells, up to the shoulder, sit, stand. If you have a barbell, up to the shoulder, sit and stand. Be sure on these weighted squats, especially because we're front loaded, the elbow stays up, the core stays tight, and we're not leaning forward. We want to stay nice and upright the entire time. Lastly, we're going to go with the hand release push-up. So back in our push-up position, I'm going to go to the ground, release the hands, press back up. Same movement from the knee, down, release, back up. So that is your workout for today. If you have any questions, go and drop them in the comments. Be sure you subscribe, like our videos, hit your notification, follow us on social media, and we'll see you guys later.